So yeah, I mean, I would say WoW. I think WoW is gonna win the match, but I think it's gonna be close. I don't think anyone's gonna like absolutely destroy the other. So yeah, we are in losers semifinals. We got Goat Control versus the anti-meta warrior aggro. And this is a rematch, which is pretty exciting. Yeah, I think some people, there are like a few people who like lost round 1 and then just said, "Oh, I'm just gonna drop from the tournament. You know, what are the odds that I do well?" But I think Morpp really shows why you shouldn't do that. You know, he lost round 1, hasn't lost since.
Yeah, I was banned on DN was another player that went on a bit of a tear through losers after losing round 1.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
He just lost to Woawa before this.
So yeah, I mean, Morpp starting off with Graceful here. You know, turn 1 Graceful pretty good, obviously, but I think like in these anti-meta decks, like it's not as good because you don't like have as many juicy discard targets.
Especially because he's not playing Serpent.
Yeah, and obviously since he's an aggro deck, he's not playing Magician of Faith, so you don't have to worry about that.
Right.
So yeah, if you're like Woawa and seeing your opponent start with the Graceful, you know, you're not really like that upset about it.
So what would make you play the Graceful turn 1 as the aggro deck?
Well, I mean, there's no reason not to, because it's not like you're waiting to draw Sinister. Unless your hand is just like 5 insane cards and you're just like, oh, I don't want to discard any of these.
You could try to save it to see what you're going to need to deal with after you dust shoot them. If you're that.
Yeah, I guess. But if you Graceful first, you might draw into like a second dust shoot and then be able to double dust shoot them turn 1.
Yeah, I think that's a good enough reason to play that turn 1.
So yeah, I mean, he's got some okay cards left. Pot of Greed and Heavy Storm are obviously pretty good. Other cards, not so much.
It's heavy, could be brutal.
Yeah. So Clint Pearl, this is losers semifinals. So yeah, Heavy Storm just draws out the Solemn Judgment. I don't think anyone's too shocked to see that. Obviously, now this set monster here, there's a lot of good things that this could be, right? You know, you could have drawn back into that Magician of Faith. Could be Gravekeeper's Spy. Could be Gravekeeper's Guard.
Most likely not saying it.
Clint Pearl asked, like, has the tournament been pretty smooth? Anything spicy? To be honest, like, the decks were not like nearly as like original as I was hoping. It's just like a lot of Goat Control and a lot of chaos. I mean, there's been like those few aggro decks that are, you know, as we can see, been doing pretty well.
It would be interesting if this came down to Morpp against.
Oh yeah, if it was like aggro grand finals, that would be insane. I mean, I don't think anyone would expect that. But I tell you, it's like, in my opinion, like, too many people are playing Goat Control. Like, it's probably like 50% of the meta. No pun intended. And, like, Goat Control's good, but, like, I think people, like, still kind of overrate it. Like, it hasn't, like, done that well in, like, any of the last several tournaments, and yet people just, like, still play, like, sort of the same standard. Yeah, people just play, like, the same standard Goat decks. And then just like, oh yeah, lost because my opponent drew well or whatever. But yeah, I mean, WoW is off to a good start here. I mean, he's up on cards. He's got 3 goats to block hits. He's at 8,000 life points, so his opponent's 4,000. So,
Yeah, having that pot of greed.
Yeah,
Up
I mean,
that,
having
trap dust shoot was big.
pot of greed heavy storm is pretty strong. But I mean, luckily for Morpp, you know, he's just kind of drawing and passing here, not really threatening him with more set monsters.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's interesting. I don't know if you guys have been tracking goat stats, but Spank the Monkey now is ranked number 4 on the server.
Oh wow.
Well, yeah, because he hasn't lost
Just
yet.
from this tournament, huh?
You realize like literally almost all of that rating is just from like just 2 tournaments. Like he barely even plays like ranked goats outside of tournaments. He just
Oh my god.
he just like crushes a tournament like every 3 months, goes up to the top of the charts, and then decays back down.
He also is master rank as of the last win. Well, obviously he's gonna get like a million elo from beating Suski.
Yeah.
So this King Tiger might be the momentum shift that Morpp needed.
Yeah. I mean, Woawa, you know, he's definitely like got some potential outs because, like, he can Tsukiyomi the tiger, and like the Tsukiyomi would die, but then he can cross it out or something. Oh man,
Or
he's going for it all.
Oh no.
Ooh.
I mean,
So the thing is,
sometimes you just got to attack with the breaker, though. I mean,
oh yeah,
that's just how it goes.
Yeah, I would have done it.
I definitely would have attacked. The thing with King Tiger is, Goat really a lot of times has to use more than one card to get it off the field.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Tiger is like really good against Goat control and decent against some other decks. Like it kind of depends. Like the Reasoning Gate decks that play like 3 scapegoats, it's good against those. But then it's pretty bad against all the other Reasoning Gate decks, and you know it's good against some Chaos decks, but not others. Like, but yeah, I'm definitely a fan of King Tiger. I love me some King Tigers.
This is definitely gonna be a nobleman down here.
Oh man, what a sicko! Man, MMF with the reads, just knows it's nobleman. Man, and it gets rid of the Gravekeeper spy. Yeah, I mean, whoever said it, I agree. I can see the momentum starting to shift here. Because if that Kaiku goes through, like now you can get rid of some.
Yeah,
you know,
now he
lights
can't
or
top deck
darts.
BLS. Well, I mean, I guess he wouldn't be able to top deck BLS and play it, but
Yeah, but yeah, I mean it's, you know, he's got 2 threats that he has to deal with.
And you can't use Scapegoat or Metamorphosis. Gonna go here.
Yeah, and there's the Tsukiyomi crossed out, like we were talking about.
yeah, I mean, it's better than nothing. He gets value out of crossout.
Yeah, and he's still at like a healthy life point total. You know, maybe he'll be able to like make 1,000 eyes later and take the Kaiku. You know, you never know.
Right.
You might have a live Goats already ready to go too.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. This set could be a goat
Yeah, perhaps.
because he hasn't used it on. He didn't Dust Tornado of back row. He didn't Saku or Mirror Force anything.
See, if it was Goats here, it's like I would just draw phase it. You know what I'm saying? Just to play around the top deck Tiger. Yeah, then there goes the last 2 monsters.
Last 2 darks.
We're not going to see BLS anytime soon, that's for sure. Oh man, so yeah, WoW is just doing nothing.
Ooh.
That's rough.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I would just, if I had like a random spell, I would just consider setting it just to play around duo. Like, I tend to do that in my games. Yeah, that premature was super dead. Yeah, it's gonna be hard for
He's gonna need a
Woawa
good
here.
snatch steal and a normal summon of something.
I mean, you could just draw like Gravekeeper's Guard, be back in the game that way.
True enough.
I mean, really, like, almost any monster would be pretty good.
So I don't know if he runs it or not, but would you play a BOS and Morpp deck here?
I would consider it, yeah. Did he have that scapegoat set, like, last turn and just didn't use it?
Yeah, he's had that set for a few turns now.
Yeah, I would have just played that.
He had
like,
meta.
ASAP. Yeah.
Very true meta.
Right, I mean...
So he didn't play into drawing the meta.
You're
right, if he had just activated the scapegoat earlier, totally different game. Yeah, I think Woawa's mistake here this game is that he's been, like, a little too conservative. Like, it's these aggro decks, like, you just gotta play your cards, not just do nothing and take a bunch of damage.
I think most players are most inexperienced with the aggro deck of all the most common Go format decks.
Yeah, like, I actually, again, like, if aggro decks were, like, favored against, like, Go Control and Chaos, I would be playing them, right? Because I like winning matches as much as the next person. But it seems like whatever side I am on the matchup, whether I'm the aggro player playing against the control player, or whether I'm the control playing against the aggro player, it seems like the control player always wins if they're good. So that's why I just play control instead of aggro. But what do I know? I'm not the one, you know, sitting in winners finals of this tournament with an undefeated aggro deck.
I think when you're playing Go against aggro too, like, you cannot make even like a single mistake with the Go deck.
Well, yeah, it's one of those things where, like, it's definitely easier for the GOAT player to make a mistake in the matchup than the other way around. That's something that I should probably talk about in, like, a future article. Because, like, when we had that discussion before, like, way back, that weekly debate about, oh, what's GOAT Control's worst matchup, I was like, and a lot of people said aggro, I was like, well, no, it's not. Because I'm thinking about, like, the inherent matchup. Like, if both players play perfectly, what's the matchup? But some people, like, think about that differently. They might say, well, it's much easier for GOAT Control to make a mistake, so therefore aggro has a good matchup against them. You know, to this day, I still think GOAT Control's worst matchup is Reasoning Gate. But, you know...
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, no one
really... he's got heavy again.
Yeah.
I agree.
If he doesn't reveal a monster, that's so... Oh, God.
Jeez.
Would you blind MST on that trap to shoot?
No, why would I?
To try to hit a potential mind crush.
Oh, come on, he doesn't have mind crush. Stop being silly.
That's game 2.
I just act... Well, I'm not going to say what to do, but it's one of those things where if you MST, then, you know, it makes your heavy worse later.
Yeah. He also could have hit a dust tornado or something if he did that. And he has the heavy.
Yeah, because, like, usually people don't do, like, the mind crush stuff, like, unless they like are playing, like, the Gear Freed deck.
You see it a decent amount, like brought in against Chaos, maybe. But...
Yeah, I mean, if Spank the Monkey had, like, mind crush in his main or his side, that would make a lot more sense to me than if Morpp did. Yeah, Clip Pro, we've got, like, a bunch of different articles on side decking. We actually have a side decking on this specific matchup. So, hold on. Could someone find the GOAT Control versus aggro article and paste it in the chat for this guy?
Sure.
It was one that Suski wrote. It's interesting that he flipped his spy before activating Heavy Storm. You know what I'm saying? Normally you do it the other way around to play around Ring. Alright, who's ever looking for this article is taking too long. I'm just going to go find it myself.
Sorry, I'm looking, but I don't see it.
Well, if you click the GOAT Control deck guide, then you go to You Might Also Like, then you can see, you know, that's one of the suggested articles, right? Because it relates to GOAT Control. Alright, here it is. Boom. So yeah, that's the article that Suski wrote on, you know, how Go Control should side against whatever. What is going on here?
Spin that back? What does he mean?
Yeah, I don't...
Yeah, actually, I was about to mention it. I don't know if he actually foresaw this or not, but if he heavy storm before
so you
flipping
see,
the
he went
spy,
activate Dust Shoot Chain Compulse. So the Compulse resolves first, sends the Spy to his hand, and then the Dust Shoot resolves and sends back the Spy.
Yeah, that's good.
I haven't seen that one before. I mean, it's kind of obvious in hindsight, but yeah, I haven't seen someone do that before. Oh, did he just not chain book on his Spy? That's interesting.
Especially since the spy went
Maybe he
back
thinks
in the
it's like
deck.
he's doing like the hard read on Morphing Jar. Is that what's going on here?
Right. But what else would Morpp have sided?
I don't know. I guess I don't. I'm so
He didn't
confused.
attack it. Yeah.
I don't even know what's going on here.
Yeah, they're on this side deck in Decoichi thing because the idea is that your opponent sides out knock.
Oh no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like why Woawa, if he didn't book his Spy, then I was assuming that he would attack.
Yeah.
Right? It's like one or the other. Either you book your Spy to get the effect again, or you don't book your Spy because you want to attack. But he did neither.
That's a good point. I'm expecting Dawn.
Yeah, like Don Zalug, I guess.
Seems like a good argument for chaining book on the Spy, then.
But he set his whole hand anyway, so even if it was Don, he'd just be losing 300 life points.
Yeah, none of this really made any sense. Now he's like
now you just had to mirror force a Decoichi.
I mean, what's sad is that like he's still like super ahead anyways. Like after like punting this like whole turn, he's just still like way up on cards. I mean, he's not way up on cards, but he's pretty up on cards, and he has like a 2,000 defender that's gonna take Morpp a while to get rid of. So I'm not saying like, oh, misplay doesn't matter, like still gonna win anyway, but he's, you know, probably still gonna win anyways.
I mean, you could not book the Spy if you're just afraid of noblemen, but that's so weird even.
I also think it's weird to end phase Decree. Why would you end phase Decree here? What is that supposed to accomplish?
Yeah, you're not going to get dust shooted.
But if he...
Do you think
what?
he set Solemn or Dust Tornado?
Oh, sure. If he set exactly Dust Tornado, okay, I guess.
Or Compulse even, really.
Well, if it's Compulse, you can just chain the Decree to the Compulse, then you get value. Like, usually I only end phase Decree if my opponent, like, set, like, 70 back rows, and I'm like, oh, well, one of them's Solemn, so I'm gonna end phase Decree. And normally I try to, like, get them to, like, activate a trap and then chain Decree. And then also the nice thing about holding Decree for longer is that if you draw into your own traps, then you'll be able to use them. I don't know, I think a lot of people misplay with Decree. That's just
I don't even think I would bring Decree in this match.
Huh?
So I don't even know if I'd bring Decree into this match.
Well,
like
a lot of people do, because like the aggro decks play a lot of trap cards, and you know you can take advantage of that. But yeah.
I think we're gonna be looking at the Spy for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, because obviously, like, you know, you can't play Exiled Force while the Tiger's on the field.
Well, you can, it's just not a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, if that's another spy or guard set too, Morpp's not going to be torrential in anything.
Yeah, I mean, not a lot of people have, Oh, yeah, right, because I was going to say not a lot of people have 3 spies, but I realized the other one got shuffled into his deck, so he could have redrawn that spy. So, yeah, you're right. Good point.
Yeah, it doesn't leave a lot of ways to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, I like spy. Oh,
Ooh,
see, that's a pretty good one.
there's
Yeah,
the boy.
these aggro players love their Mobius, you know.
For good reason.
Yeah. See, that's the other reason why like I wouldn't end phase decree, right? Because like you have this call set, and then when you end phase decree, it means you won't be able to use your call.
Did have the Dust Tornado though.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what do I know? Oh man. Well, this is gonna be a pretty tough one for Woawa to get out of. I think he needs like exactly a Snatch Stealer. He's gonna be in trouble. So yeah, it's like Spy resolves, but then whatever thing it gets, the tiger's gonna kill.
Alright.
Unless he has like a Gravekeeper
He
Spear
has
Soldier.
to get guard if he has it, correct?
Yes, he has to get it. Remind them that Spy is mandatory.
I'm messaging him.
Yeah, so if that monster's not a guard, then like the game state's been broken.
He's told his response was that he knows it's mandatory.
Okay. I guess that means it's a guard. Or maybe he like sided out guard for some reason.
Right.
He set a spell or trap this turn?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. He set the monster and the spell or trap.
Yeah. I think it's a guard, and he's trying to figure out what the ruling on DD Warrior Lady versus guard is.
Well, I mean, if the monster's being flipped up, can we flip it up? Okay.
Really, he's gonna leave the Mobius out. You're not gonna attack with a Mobius, why not banish with the DD Warrior Lady?
I think he already attacked the spy, the second spy.
Yeah, so he's not
Okay.
banishing it because he wants to
Gotcha.
have the Mobius just run over it for free.
Magician?
What does that have? Is there like Pot of Greed in there? No.
Heavy.
Best card is Heavy Storm. It's not great. I mean, he just draw like a Snatch Stealer or BLS. Or like Pot Graceful into one of the above.
I think we're about to see aggro or anti-meta versus anti-meta grand finals.
This isn't
he's
winner's
gonna banish
final.
it.
This
Hey.
isn't loser's final. This is loser's semis.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna have another.
The winner of this has to play Suski.
Gotcha, that's right. I'll still say we're gonna see it.
Oh wow.
Okay, that's a good.
Take those. Because now the life
Yeah,
points are so big.
Because you realize too, like a lot of Morph's deck is just cards like Kaiku and Blade Knight, and Tsukiyomi just kills those for free.
Yep.
And like Woawa, he's still got like quite a lot of life points.
Yeah, that's the thing with these aggro decks. If you're like just staying on top of the advantage, you gotta get the life points in too. Or...
Second Mobius. Wow, discarding reinforcement of the army. His hand must be good. Oh yeah, Tiger. That's a good one.
That Kaiku did nab. Wait, how'd the magician get banished?
DD Warrior Lady.
Ah, right.
Man, the balls on this guy. But yeah, I guess you know the back row's not real since he didn't use it last turn.
Yeah, it was a goat. He could have.
These people like do not know how to play their scapegoats. Like if he draw phased the goats before he summoned Tiger, like it's just a totally different game.
Yeah.
Yeah, this game is tough.
Like, I mean, I hate to be that guy, but like, Woawa's just made like he's been making so many mistakes in this matchup.
Nope.
I think it sucked. Nah.
Yeah. No monster.
Ring. That'd be funny if he drew exactly ring that turn.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I tell you, if he just used his goats or whatever, yeah, like, Woawa should have easily won this game. Easily won this game.